Hey, this is Zyro and Marvel, and we're feedbacking your 1322 micro PB. If you have any questions, feel free to ping us in your thread. What am I watching? What am I looking at? Interesting. So we're locking village previews. I don't know what your old PB was, but um, okay, no idea. But you shouldn't be locking village previews if you're playing for sub 14, especially or the ones without blacksmith on preview. Why are we? I'm confused. So you have pi, but we're not checking. Your resetting is really confusing to me because you have a pi. Um, Interesting. Your runs only need to contain the start of like when you join the world, so you don't need to have all of this. Um, FYI. So it'd be an excellent time to change your pi to your Fort directory. So you wanna increase your entry distance and render as soon as you're done with mining your buried treasure. I think both are low in this instance, which means you're in this screen and you see this ocean, but you have no information since there's no kelp. Um, since you can't, there's no entities loaded really further in. So yeah, what just happened?
I just realized my mic was off. Never
Were you
mind.
saying something?
Uh, it's not that big a deal.
Okay.
Um, we should have been aware that we could have crafted a second crafting table instead of mining that one.
Yeah. It's a really fast entering. You should be using this magma stream to um, overlap your flint and steel craft. Since you keep getting pulled down, you can just craft these while you're going down.
For like these 2x1 portals, you kind of want the muscle memory to be that you place the like for the first lava grab, you want to place the lava and then place the door so that you're not stood there waiting to pick up the door again, right?
Yeah. Since, yeah, it's like a tiny overlap. Yeah. You don't need to like go out of this door hitbox. You can just like jump up and place this.
should have broken one of those magma blocks to like use as a quick like exit from our home, like a potential home portal re-entry we might want to do later in the run.
Yeah, because
It's
you
like
don't need to break your portal when you do this. You can just
yeah,
like go out in the case of a home portal. What if we? Okay. So this is why you want to use a hotkey to leave words instead of using that. Um, we're also spinning around way too fast. Like slow down and spin a bit slower so that you can actually find the or look at the direction of the spike. Do you see it? So you can throw one gold ingot. Like you have three ingots at this point. I would have thrown a gold ingot so that piglin is distracted, and then when you walk on by, you're gonna pick it up anyways. And then you can do the same thing when you get here, and then you can dig up and get both of these chests at the same time instead of having to go over there or digging down over here.
yeah. There's also like another way you can loot the chest when you're specifically coming from that side, which like enables you to loot it really quickly while safe. It's really hard for me to like explain it like this, but like you would pillar up against the side and like block yourself off, and you can still see the chest. Like, do you see
Over here?
like the 2x2 stairs? There's like a 2x1 hole at the bottom left of it. You like block yourself off with a block above you, and then you can grab the chest while guys can't hit you. If that makes sense.
Uh, I don't
I
understand.
just ask me to send the video if you don't understand.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And yeah, we should be mining into the ceiling and pillaring up twice
Yeah,
to loot the
but
chest
like
instead of
our
that.
big mistake here was throwing way too many gilded. Like you've thrown what is it, three gilded blackstone. Now they're just all gonna be trading here. Like so, this pig is distracted. This pig is. They're all admiring right now, which means no one is gonna aggro down to you. And since you didn't punch any of these, they're all line of sight aggroed, right? Which means that there's a good chance that when you go down, they might lose their aggro. So, in this case, you always want to punch a pig so that they're all aggroed at you, full aggroed at you. And you can dig this block so that um, lowers the chances that your gold blocks might go up, elevate up. We could have done fast hold here. Um, Mavu, are you muted?
Okay.
Were you saying something?
I'll try and remember to mention it when we go back through it at the end.
Okay. Right, so. Okay. I was saying that you could go fast
Yeah.
hold since all of your pigs are still distracted. So I like the effort that you're doing. Okay. I would recommend just doing the entire thing RTA, like without going in the menu. It's fine.
Yeah, it's like a lot less like moving your hand, I guess, because you're just not having to go into the escape, into the options menu.
So we got rid of a lot of good stuff. You want to get rid of the stuff that you're not gonna pick up again, or sorry, yeah. So like blackstone, cobblestone, um, just like miscellaneous stuff that you're not gonna get back from trades. This though is really bad because now you're gonna go up and you're gonna pick up all the trades preemptively. Like so
Yeah.
you picked up all the trades and now instead of, well, I guess it's not bad, but your inventory is gonna be much more full. Instead of like if you went one back and then went out, you'd have a cleaner inventory where you could loot all of this stuff much easier. Although we got rid of a lot of stuff early on, so that helped.
Did we drop gravel in the hole?
Thanks, we did. Oh, we did.
Okay. Okay, we should have put a block above it, right after you put the gravel in to like stop the pigs from jumping out.
Yeah, because they can't jump out sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like in between the trade cycles, they have like one tick where they are like before they pick up the next gold, where they can like shoot a crossbow or hit you or move.
Nice Burhan. We missed our eat. I guess I forgot to mention, but at the start of our thing, we were three hunger bars down. You should have eaten. And we're dropping stuff in the same hole, so we're just gonna pick it up again. You should try and face outwards so that you're not immediately picking up the stuff that you're throwing
Um, we should have tried to pre-craft an iron axe during this bastion route. Like you would normally do that after you've picked up all the random trades, like all the stray trades that you get from like
Yeah.
pre-mining the backup blocks.
Pre-craft axe, pre-craft bed. We have three TNT, so um, it's like if it wasn't done consciously, that's fine. Your fire charge should be in the top slot over here, and then we shouldn't have all of this garbage in our inventory. Why aren't we just? Are we like low on fire res? Oh,
We
I
have
see.
two, or in
Oh,
only
we
one.
have one. Okay, I guess I see it. I would still be purling here though, looking out for terrain and
Yeah,
purling.
you can definitely pearl her.
Like you see it over there, yeah. Did we save iron? We can make a shield afterwards. Yeah, we have a bunch of iron.
We need to be like eating as much as possible and using salmon at that because it heals faster than car.
Yeah,
Like,
so when you're playing out these kinds of seeds like BT seeds, you want to be using your bad food early on when you're not taking much damage. So, portal to bastion, in the fort too, and you want to be using your good food while purling to your fort, and or yeah, while purling to your fort and everywhere else where you take a bunch of damage. Crucially, you want to time your eats properly. Why is this happening again? So that it fills up your hunger bar, because that's the best way to use it. Wow. Okay. Nice purr. And we're pre-crafting. Oh, we're crafting now. So you could have just done that in the bastion while waiting for trades.
So there's like a thing you can do. It's a little bit difficult, but you can like bait the wither to go past you there and not take damage.
Oh shit! I shouldn't have done that.
Uh,
I can show it. I'm sorry. So you can.
so like if you look where they place the gravel, right? If you want to just let them place it down. Um, so the two gravel on the left, if you place those like one further forwards, like closer to where the skeleton was, and then place the third gravel where the like in the middle where the second gravel is normally. So it's like a small L shape going from the left. Yeah, the
Yeah.
wither will path round the right. You can jump over the gravel past it and block it off before it turns around.
If you
It's
have
like a
a clip
similar
of that,
thing.
if you have a clip of that, I
Yeah,
can send it later.
you can do a similar thing in like encased parts of the fortress.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So
Yeah. I like that we're overlapping our pie. But you don't need to be at 50 ED for this. You can use 10 and full FOV and full ED. And if you don't get a spike, that just means that you need to go somewhere else. Oh, it's right here. Okay.
yeah, I couldn't tell with bitrate, but when we first entered the fortress, I thought this was a spawn.
I see.
So I wouldn't. Are we worried about this big man?
Were you thinking about? Oh, but how are we gonna? Oh, well played actually. Nice that we punched the blaze out of the way immediately.
I
Didn't
like
go for
putting
the
the rods on the hotbar, but we should also craft eyes, like
yeah.
right after we do so.
You should just pre-craft so that when you blind, you just have eyes in your hotbar and you can immediately measure.
Yeah.
And there we go. Oh, yikes. Took too much damage at the end there. Whoa. Whoa,
We've got
damage.
7 rods. Where are we
Why are
going?
we. Yeah, exactly. As.
Like, sure, we don't have fire res, but like, the sooner you get out of the nether, like, the less danger you're in. So,
At some point in the run, I think we put it in our top distance, like over here, which is good. You can also just when you do this, you can also pick block the obsidian, so it's essentially a free slot. That's what makes it so useful.
and you should. Did they FTC in the nether there, or?
No, I don't think so. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, when you're in the nether portal after setting your boat angle, you should like try and pillar up one with a solid block to potentially make your first portal snap to a higher location. It just like gives you a slightly better chance of not getting caved.
Yeah, but just crucially, don't use soul sand for that. You need a
Yeah,
big block.
yeah. Soul sand is 7/8 of a block, so it doesn't like impact the first portal spawning mechanics.
I believe we've thrown 6 eyes if we crafted all our eyes. Um, just recommend like we saw that like the first eye went into a cliff. I don't understand why we didn't just go like a few blocks further away and then did it instead of like trying to force a closer one. there's like so many flowers, it's just impossible to find them. 11.
Well, we got 7 rods, didn't we? So
Yeah.
did we
Oh,
have to pick
so
up any eyes?
uh, oh, so no, they threw like multiple eyes. That's the issue. They threw like 4 eyes that I saw, or three. It might have been three. Um, your entry
Just like a
distance.
thing,
Sorry, go on.
like you should always just craft everything that you possibly need uh, at that point instead of like not knowing if you'll need to craft more to like make you mine your crafting table because you should never be mining your crafting table again because you shouldn't be crafting anything else later in the run. I don't like the offhand fire charges, especially with
Yeah,
no fire res.
I don't know why. I think you can have like other stuff, or
Also,
just nothing there. Sorry, go on.
and yeah, like bad on hotbar instead of obsidian. Okay, yeah, right, they fixed it.
So like something I can just say all right now is try to work on your hotbar so that you don't have to keep doing that. Stuff like not having the fire charge in the top slot when you left Bastion or like this. You can easily sort of work through your hotbars to make sure that the stuff that you need is always right there. Oh god.
So I don't know where the chords are, but when you don't have fire res, something you can do is drop a ton of gravel into the lava ocean to like build a platform in the middle of the ocean and then like boat down onto that gravel stack and build your portal there. Um, it's pretty niche because it's only relevant when you don't have fire res, but yeah, possibly could have saved time there.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. So we don't know the exact chords. I assume we're looking at our block chords, but it's like 29161. So that's interesting. Everything's in order, and then you should have immediately gone to 30 FOV and started pyring or preemptive. Okay. Why are we going up and down so much? Okay, my why? Yeah, like why?
Yeah. So I don't hate like the consistency, like when you find a spike, like checking if it's loaded in when you're looking up and checking if it's there when you're loading down to like kind of try and find that elevation. But yeah, I don't know what was up with those like
Where there's like
up down scans. Yeah.
you should just be in 30 FOV and 10 starting your scan and go slow and find your spike instead of this up down whatever. I'm trying to think of like where someone would see this, but I have not seen anyone do this. Could have also used soul sand for those two blocks. Save on bricks. Like it doesn't really matter, but it's like the principle or muscle memory or whatever. And I would at least offhand our axe, even if you're good with um, setup plus zero.
Did we change our settings? Yeah.
Oh, just a big one.
Yeah. You want to up your render before you enter the end with a RT8 render change and then change your entity distance upon end enter like instantly.
Because if you don't, you might get an offset dragon, which will
Well,
affect
yeah.
your.
Uh, yeah, it's not might, it's like you will get an offset dragon if you don't change the render. Like I'm pretty sure we're gonna have the dragon like spiral on the wrong block now. Um, and I'm not sure. Can you watch their pearl clip again? Because I
It's okay.
don't know if
Yeah.
it's like the like standard setup for it. What's it? 058. They
Or
turned on F3 really late though.
yeah, it should just
Like,
be yeah.
yeah, like you want to have F3 on immediately so you can look at the O value um like straight away to see if like the block in front of you before the back one is like one higher, so you know if you need to like pearl clip to the back instead of to the front. Um, Also, yeah, this
If you
I
just
don't know
put
about.
2 blocks here and then mine 4 blocks up, we could have pearl clipped. I think we've gone up 3 blocks and we've only done 3, so yeah. I don't know if that's like some double pearl clip fail. I don't really know, but yeah.
It's not the standard double block pearl clip setup for
Yeah.
that. So yeah, if you want the standard setups for each O level, um, I can send them if you want. Oh, we didn't craft a bow.
Then craft a bow. We don't have. Do we just not have enough for an anchor? I guess. No, we do. So why? You should always pre-place an anchor and charge it so that in the event that you have a, if you pearl in late for your 1 cycle, you can immediately send it off. And then we should be standing behind the circle of pillars. We have 37 arrows, but we didn't craft a bow. Okay. I would be in F5 here, but I think we're just waiting for our 1 cycle. I don't think that was necessary. Um,
It wasn't really necessary, but I still like it.
is it like diagonal? Oh, it's offset, right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you realize that your dragon's like, I'm just gonna say weird because I don't know how to describe it. It's like 1 block
It's
off.
like spiraling down, like halfway on top of the crying obsidian,
And you would
is
have
what it's
watched
doing.
this if we just loaded our dragon while we came in. So you can do that at dimension load for RSG, or just do that in the portal room,
Yeah,
like
the
we
the
streamed.
end dragon,
Yeah.
um, yeah, it gets spawned in exactly 20 ticks after you enter the end, so you have to have your render distance upped by then. So like you should just always pause on end enter to up your entity distance at the very least because that's always going to be down. But yeah, and then just double check that you've upped your render distance. But you should do it with a RTA render change in the portal room anyway.
To recap, overworld. I don't. Oh, you had stuff to say here, right? Since you were muted.
Oh, I forgot.
Just like
Let me
our
just like
scanning's like really weird. We're loading into previews with a loaded pie, but we're not checking. I'm a bit confused by that. Um, I guess
oh wait, it was the being in third person when the TNT blows up. So make sure you can like see where all the exploded items drop. So that you can like path efficiently towards them immediately instead of like the TNT blows up and you don't see the wood immediately, so you have to like start like running around picking up stuff and then you see the wood was behind you later and then you have to like backtrack and it's just like time lost. Like if you just are in third person, it's like more consistent and seeing everything straight away.
You should also be using a full size thin window, not 280 by 840. It should be 280 by 1080. Um, Portal, you should always just place your obsidian before having your door, so that like you don't have to wait for the door, or you can place your obsidian while your door goes back into your hotbar. That's what I'm trying to say. Um,
Even better than that would be LeBron Portal order, where you don't even have to replace a door because
yeah,
you stop the water from forming another source block.
yeah.
But yeah, that's a little bit harder because you have to place the lava kind of fast. Yeah,
If you want us to send a clip, I can do that.
yeah.
But this was all fine. We didn't. So we had like you were muted during this time too, but this these all these pigs are distracted by gold, and we didn't punch any of these pigs. So I believe this is just line of sight aggro, which means when you go down, most likely none of these pigs are gonna be aggroed at you. Which means so you'll always see runners like low key punch a pig as they go down, which like 100% ensures that they are like properly aggro. Um, we did our pie overlap, which is nice. Didn't do our pre-crafts, which is a bad thing. Our inventory management was really bad, so uh, for housing, we did the right thing by throwing out a lot of stuff that we're not gonna pick, which is right. But then we went to the edge of the block where the pigs are, and we picked up like all the stuff again. You wanna avoid that. You wanna go one block back and then go up. Then you can immediately go to your double chest, get all your stuff, shift click the stuff that you don't want, go back here and get your stuff, do your pirate, then come back and have a very clean inventory to work with, where you can also do your pre-crafts and stuff. As well as just like making sure that you have your fire charge at the top of your inventory at this point. Um,
Yeah, like all the inventory like setup should be done during trades. Basically,
yeah.
it's like pre-crafts, setting up your hotbar and the fire chargers and all of that. Yeah.
Um, Bashing to fort was fine, given that we didn't have fire res. This was all fine, but then we like spent a lot of time just running instead of like making a portal when we had 7 rods. Then we tried to keep like this one was awkward where like if you're in this kind of biome, I just pillar up like 4 blocks and then do it so that you're always clear of all the trees and stuff. Um,
Yeah. You just watch them like when they enter the overworld. Because like at least when I do blinds, I blind and then I go into third person and then like strafe left or right out of the portal,
yeah,
pillar up twice, and then like because I'm in third person, it's like easy to see if the terrain around obstructs like any eyes that you're about to throw, so you can like react to it while you're building up and then like go to a better place where you're not going to get any like eyes that are inside uh, mountain walls or something.
yeah. I just realized that this run is also potentially illegal now. I don't know if you measured on. I don't know how this works, but you're not allowed to measure on soul sand because that's making
Oh, with
using
extra options.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't know the exact like legality of like because we measured on this block, but we didn't actually get our 3C from it. But like, don't ever use soul sand for this. Um, as far as I know, people do it in ranked all the time, which is fine. But in RSG, it's a big
yeah,
no-no.
they're in ranked because other people will do it and it's a competitive game. But yeah,
Yeah.
RSG is like you're meant to be playing it like it's just base Minecraft. Um,
Our we weren't pearling at all during our post blind, which we could be doing even though we didn't have fire res. And then this, yeah, Mabu said about like dropping gravel at our blind blocks when it's over lava. It's a bit tricky here. I don't think there's terrain on top, but yeah. Then preemptive is just sketchy. I don't know this up down preemptive. I've never seen anyone do. All of this, I think we just explained. And then offset dragon. Yeah. Anything else?
I guess like when going to second portal, they didn't fully craft 12 eyes. Like during a pearl, you could have like overlapped the craft of that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that was
we
it.
always do that. I think that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to ping us. Thanks.